beautiful people. What is up? I just have to show you this because my dogs came in here. How cute. So they're gonna be with me today. Hopefully they don't get all rambunctious. But today we are doing a leg and glute workout. This was my first real, more intense workout the last couple of weeks as I've kind of taken a step back from the gym and social media a little bit. Long story short with this is I was experiencing a lot of anxiety and stress associated with social media and outside factors of opinions from people, and I realized it wasn't the healthiest for me and little bub, and so I just felt I needed to take a step back and do what was healthy for me. So I apologize for those of you that are wondering where I've been, and that's just what I've been doing, is just really embracing this part of my pregnancy journey and encompassing everything it entails and truly trying to enjoy it, as I only really have 8 weeks left as I'm 32 weeks pregnant. Time is flying. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been. But this leg and glute workout is awesome. I did it yesterday and I'm really sore today, which is a love-hate relationship. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, I will show the, some modifications, and even if you aren't pregnant, this is a great workout. You can make it more difficult, add more weight, more resistance bands, however you need. That's the beauty about like exercises, is that there's always a modification that you can do to make it more difficult. So I encourage you guys to let me know how you like this video, and I will see you guys later. Alright you guys, to begin this workout, I'm just going to show you the quick warm-up that I did. I was on the treadmill for about 10 minutes before this, really to get my blood flowing and my muscles warm. I'm going to do a tornado twist. If you don't want to kick your leg when you're pregnant, just move your upper body. Be careful with your torso, as we don't want to torque our whole entire thoracic spine on that. Then I'm going to go warm up my hamstrings and my posterior chain. This is called dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is moving while activating and loosening up all of your hip joints and muscles. Static stretching is when you actually hold the stretch. You want to do that after your workouts while doing dynamic stretching before. Studies show that if you do too much static stretching and holding of stretches, you can lose power and quickness. And that's what we don't want. We don't want our muscles lethargic. We want our muscles ready to go and to get firing. So to start off this workout, we are going to do Sumo Deadlifts. We are going to do 8 of these. When you do deadlifts, your spine has got to be neutral. Your core has got to be activated properly, and all of the movement happens in your hips. So it initiates with your hips, and then you pull up with your chest. Notice the only thing really moving on me is my hips. Then we're immediately going to go into what I like to call power squat to extensions. Because I'm not jumping right now, this is an excellent way to spike my heart rate without putting damage on my pelvic floor. If you aren't pregnant, I highly encourage you to do a squat jump here. Remember, diaphragmatic breathing and core activation is key in all of this, as we want to protect our core regardless if you're pregnant or not. You're going to do 20 of those bad boys and repeat that superset 5 times. Yes, 5 times. Then we're going to go into single leg deadlifts. I've done these before, but this version is a little bit different. As you can see, my knee is completely on the box. I really want to isolate my hamstring, as it's a little bit more of a stiff leg version. Holy moly, it was fantastic. You're going to do 8 to 10 reps of this. Again, I'm sitting my hips back and moving with my hips. My back isn't moving and my knee is not moving. It's only my hips that are moving, and this will help isolate your posterior chain, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Again, keeping your core nice and tight and activated so we don't put extra strain on that lumbar. Then you're going to go right into squat to shuffles. If you're not pregnant, add weight or resistance band or elevation. Again, I'm trying to protect my pelvic floor as much as possible. Headphones fell off. But here you're going to repeat this superset 3 times. Again, pay attention to your body, listen to your heart rate if you're pregnant. If not, get after it and get that heart rate up. Then you're going to go into side lunges, but they're going to be controlled and you're going to stay low. You guys, this was actually pretty difficult. The resistance band wanted to make my knees turn in, so make sure your knees do not cave, as we want to protect our knees, keeping that knee in alignment with that second and third toe when you transition that weight. When you hit 10 reps, you are going to pulse 5 to 10 times, and then you are going to switch to the other side. And as always, please, please, please keep that knee in alignment with that second and third toe or over your ankle bone, as we don't want to place extra stress on that MCL. When you've done 10 reps of those and 10 pulses, you're going to go right into a side lunge with a knee drive crossover. When you are pulling your knee to your elbow, do not drop your chest. We want to pull our knee to our elbow, as this will engage our core muscles a little bit more, as well as our hip flexor as well. But making sure when your knee comes up, you are exhaling and wrapping your transverse abdominis in. When you're doing your side lunge, you want to think about sitting your booty back as far as you can and putting pressure on that heel and pushing through your heel and driving up. Repeat that 3 times. Then we're going to finish with back extensions. If you're pregnant, make sure it is your thighs that is on the machine so we don't hit our little baby bump. When you do this, if you notice my feet are turned out and I'm kind of in a froggy stance. This really just helps target more of your inner thighs, your hammies, and your glutes, keeping your spine neutral. I round my upper back just a little bit because I find it targets my glutes a little bit more. And I also can visually see if I am coning or doming, which means that I'm having intra-abdominal pressure against that linea alba, which we never want, pregnant or non-pregnant. Yes, you can have a bulge when you are not pregnant. Then you're going to superset this with Froggy Glute Bridges. You're going to do 3 abductions and then a glute bridge, 3 abductions and then a glute bridge. You're going to repeat this 5 to 7 times. Make sure you are keeping your hips pressed up the entire time. Don't let your hips drop when you're abducting or when you're actually doing a thrust. We want to have full engagements on our glutes, and we get that by keeping our hips pressed up the entire time. My arches of my feet are kissing each other. That really helps target those glutes. I think I learned this from Brett Contreras a really long time ago. It's a fantastic exercise, you guys. And then you're going to hold as long as you can at the very end. You're going to repeat this superset 3 to 4 times depending on how you feel. This is our finisher. You guys, this sucked. It was so great and burned so bad. So you are going to do 1 rep, 1 pulse. Then 2 reps, 2 pulse. Then 3 full reps, 3 pulses. 4 full reps, 4 pulses, tie twister there. And then you are going to go back down the ladder. Making sure when you are doing pulsing, you're pulling your knees as far back as you can. You're going to feel it, I promise. As you can see by my facial expressions, I actually filmed this workout after I completed this workout, and so this was technically my 4th set doing this, and I was toast. But you guys, it is so great, and my glutes were on fire for a few days after this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this workout, and I will catch you next time. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and follow my other social medias. I would greatly appreciate that. As always, you guys are the best, and thank you always for your support. Mwah!